Coping Skills here, back with another reaction. Today, more Dimash. Gonna do No from New Wave 2019. I'm excited about this one. And then somebody had kind of cued me in on there's a couple versions of this. So then we're gonna jump after that and do a Vocalise version. I'm not sure what that is. In Arnau 2020. I'm excited. Don't know anything really about this song, but I'm up for it. If you're new to the channel, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Florida. Started doing reaction videos to try to help raise mental health awareness. So if you appreciate that, if you want to support that, please click subscribe if you like the content, like the video, leave a comment. I also started doing this thing with memberships on YouTube. So if you want to contribute monetarily, you can do that, or leave a thanks. Both of those are greatly appreciated, but do not feel obligated. If you do decide to do the membership thing, I'll reply to your comments and you get early access to the videos as I upload them. Could be a few hours, could be a week. It's just kind of an ebb and flow when I've got time to get them uploaded. In any case, without further ado, let's get to Dimash.
Ночь исчезает до утра. Мы с тобой два беглеца, убегаем от себя. Я слышу шорох и шаги, нежный шепот вопреки. Я не чувствую земли, лечу. Знай, у любви на небе есть печаль. Твое сердце в руки взять, скачай.
Wow, I really like the strings and that woodwind instrument. I'm having a hard time identifying it because it's kind of got this Middle Eastern flair to it, but it kind of just sounds like a clarinet, right? But it also kind of has this Middle Eastern, so either a very talented like clarinet player maybe, or some instrument that I'm not sure of, but it definitely sounds kind of has that clarinet quality. So yeah, I love the sound of that, but really what I love is Dimash's voice there. He's going a little bit lower, right? And his low register is so warm, right? It just like draws you in. And it's so nice to hear that, and then being able to go up out of that into kind of his chest voice, like that higher part of his chest voice, and then back down real quick. Man, it makes there's some contrast. It's interesting. I'm really liking this song so far. Plus, some of the timing bits are interesting. They're really cool. It almost feels like it's a little bit like Middle Eastern, but also kind of like, I don't know, like this underlying jazziness to it, because there's a little bit of slightly like off time. I don't know. So I'm musically, I'm enjoying it. Lyrically, I think it's pretty interesting, talking about this this love that's kind of escaping him, but also feeling like a fugitive to indulge this type of love, but that heaven has a dock for this love. So it's interesting. I'm not sure if this is like love that was separated by death, or if this is just love that is kind of like Romeo and Juliet, right? Like a dangerous type of love between different families or countries, or I'm not sure. We'll see if we get any more insight into the song there. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's kind of like love that is somewhat out of reach, is what I'm getting. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, so far I really like it. From a mental health perspective, I'll just kind of squeeze that in right now. If it is about like unrequited love, or love that is dangerous in some way or another, like multicultural, cross-cultural, or maybe family systems don't agree with the choice of love, sometimes that's something that can be really draining mental health wise, right? And something you have to address, and can result in distancing yourself from loved ones, from other family members, and but also other types of kind of dangerous love might be like addicts finding each other and then getting involved, and then not being good for each other, but kind of being blinded by those emotions of love, and that makes it really high risk, right? Higher risk for yourself and for the person that you love, because when addicts are around each other, sometimes they can help keep each other clean, but if one person slips up, usually they drag the other person down. So anyway, just food for thought for things for mental health that have to be addressed, and to do that is really challenging. So learning how to communicate those things without being abrasive, and when somebody maybe in your circle is going through one of those things, learning how to be understanding, it's really important to keep healthy communication alive between all parties, to give everybody the best chance at the best relationships. Anyway, let's keep going. More of Dimash's rich lower register there.
Сердце в руки взять, встречай, знай, у влюбленных два крыла, в небе бьют колокола любовь, рвет сердца. Край засыпает без тебя. У меня в гостях мечта. У нее твои глаза. Знай, мои чувства бьют в набат. Я ищу горящий взгляд. Невозможно описать твой взгляд. Знай,
I'm gonna go back a little bit. Man, I love it when he does that kind of Middle Eastern, almost like yodel technique, right? It's beautiful. He did that a little bit in Stranger that I had done not too long ago. But man, I really like the visuals here, and the words are beautiful to this song. That kind of love meeting in the sky, and kind of holding the other person's heart in your hand. It really does seem like this love that's either unrequited or like at a distant reach, just somewhat out of reach. Maybe it's death. It makes me feel more like death because of the visuals that are taking place, which was really cool. Like here, we see this image of this of his love, right? And Dimash is looking pretty dapper, right, in this white suit, looking like the model that he is. But here he's kind of singing to this image, right? Maybe like a dream. And then later on, this a real person comes out somewhere around here from behind this mirror, right? And I noticed like it went black, right? And then it showed this person coming up right here. But also what you'll notice is that the reflection to the camera, it shows Dimash here in the mirror now, right? So it's almost like this love is leaving his body into this kind of whisper dream thing. It's a really cool like depiction of maybe love that's just a dream. So yeah, it's beautiful. And one of the other lyrics that really stood out to me was he said, "My emotions are sounding the alarm." And love is a big one for this, but all of our emotions, positive, negative, a lot of times we fall into kind of an emotional trap where sometimes our emotions are pushing us in one direction, but it's not true. Emotions can be false, right? They can be false positives, they can be false negatives, but what they always are is some sort of indicator, right? So if you're feeling like love, it may be love, or it may be infatuation, or it may be some sort of attraction, but it may not be what you think it is. This happens in younger people quite a bit, right? We call it like puppy love or that first love, and you think you're just head over heels in love, and you get your first broken heart, and sometimes those things can stick with you for years and years and years. But it doesn't always mean that that's true, right? It doesn't mean that that's the love of your life because it was your first love. Just like sometimes we can feel anxious or angry or sad when the thing that we're dealing with doesn't really make sense that it would exhibit that emotion, but we feel that thing, right? And then if we kind of give it let it take the reins, let it take the wheel, let it drive the ship, right? Then we aren't really we're not managing our emotions. We're letting our emotions kind of manage us. And that's really dangerous for your mental health. So if that's something that you deal with a lot, where you're fueled by emotions, you run off your emotions quite a bit and don't understand why people have a hard time with that, it may be because you're reading your emotions just based off of an emotion instead of looking at it as an indicator and then taking a step back and then really thinking, okay, what is different? What changed? Why am I experiencing this emotion? And really kind of giving it some management, some thought, versus just whatever that initial thing might be. Because some feelings are irrational. Happens very often. A lot of counseling is dealing with irrational emotions. Emotions that you feel that the situation doesn't warrant, right? Some people fall into control issues, right? Like your significant other is going to go spend time with their friends, and then you get this fear, this jealousy that, like, oh, I'm being left out. But really, if you take a step back, it's healthy for your significant other to have friendships and to go spend time with other people, and then come back and you guys are still there, you're still good. But this feeling might be a feeling of insecurity, and then you project control over it, and it can kind of warp a whole relationship instead of having the kind of the confidence and the security in that relationship. So to get there, you have to kind of talk about those things and understand that your emotion is an indicator that you're feeling a little bit insecure. But usually, not usually, but a lot of times, it gets expressed in a way that is more like, no, don't stop. And you're letting the emotion manage the situation versus saying, hey, I'm feeling anxious about this. Can we talk about this? I feel like I don't want you to go, but I know that it's healthy for you to go. So can we discuss this? And then you can work through that, and they can maybe help you feel secure. And after some time, you don't feel that emotion anymore because you're dealing with it rationally, and you're letting your management of the emotions take the wheel versus whatever the raw emotion is. So anyway, I'll stop rambling there. I think you guys get my point, but that line that my emotions are setting off the alarm just made me think of that, because emotions can be really loud, but that doesn't mean they're really accurate or really truthful. Sometimes they're kind of lying or indicating something else versus what it feels like it means. Hopefully that makes sense. In any case, let's see this beautiful transition here again, and then kind of that kind of yodel-esque thing that he was going into. So it looks like it is a clarinet. So just must be a very talented clarinet player, because he's really driving this song with this clarinet, but still giving it this like Kazakh kind of, West Asian, Middle Eastern kind of vibe to it. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. I love how it had this dream kind of come back to earth, and then he's kind of has this like shh, like it's still a secret love that he's not letting go of, right? Something like that. Beautiful song. I like the stars here in the background because it's very kind of ethereal at the end there. Man, what he can do in those high notes is it's just beautiful, right? His low tones are so warm, and then he gets up there and man, it's like instant goosebumps. Man, that will release some endorphins in you, won't it? Man, feels good. All right, let's hear the end of this here. There's still a couple minutes left, so I'm not sure what we have in store. Lots of flowers, I'm sure.
Спасибо! Спасибо огромное. Дорогие друзья, разрешите мне, пожалуйста, воспользоваться положением. Сегодня для меня особый день.
So he's saying, let me take advantage of this. It's a special day for me. Let's hear why.
Потому что именно сегодня моей родной сестренке исполняется 18 лет, друзья. Я хочу воспользоваться моментом и поздравить ее с днем рождения, пожелать ей всего самого наилучшего и сказать, что я ее очень сильно люблю. Спасибо, друзья!
Oh, that was beautiful. It's his sister's birthday, 18th birthday, I think. And he just wanted to take some time and express how much he loves his sister. And it's just, that's beautiful.
Еще раз ваши бурные аплодисменты. Маэстро Игорь Крутой и Димаш.
Какой блистательный союз.
Saying what a brilliant union between Igor and Dimash, and I have to second that. I know Stranger was the two of them, and that was, I think, at the same concert. And this song now, just lovely.
Поразительно то, что сколько бы раз Димаш не выходил на эту сцену, цветов всегда море. И это говорит только об искренней любви его настоящих поклонников. Еще раз ваши бурные аплодисменты. Игорь Крутой и Димаш. Это внучка Игоря Яковлевича. Давайте поаплодируем. Потрясающая внучка, которая только...
Oh, that's beautiful. So that little girl that came out is Igor's granddaughter. Gave him a little kiss on the cheek and a hug. I don't think I've ever seen him smile that big. And who else can do that but a grandchild? Just beautiful, right? Oh, lovely song. Man, that was awesome. But we have a little bonus feature today. We're going to do a Vocalise version. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, we will see. I'll be right back as I bring that one up. Alrighty, so we're back with the Vocalise version of this song from the Arnau tour about a year later, and I'm excited about this one. This one doesn't have subtitles, so that's not a big deal. We kind of went over the lyrics in the last one. So we'll just see kind of what's different with this one. All right, well, that's new. A little a growl there. I don't think I've heard that before Interesting. Yeah. Getting that growl. I can't go that. But Dimash never ceases to amaze, does he? All right, let's go. Before we get into this next part, so no words so far. So maybe that's what the vocalized version is kind of take out the lyrics and just sing the melody. Beautiful. Very different from the first one in that, A, we didn't get the growl, but also there was a lot of that low, rich, kind of warm texture at the beginning of the song a year earlier. And that's kind of all gone, and now it's just this wispy vocal exercise that's beautiful. I mean, it seems like a lot of it is also like improv'd a little bit, right? Like he's taking liberties, and so you get a little bit different experience probably every time with this one. Man, it's beautiful, and he's really like got that wispy, airy quality going on, and it's just beautiful. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. I just kind of want to address a couple of the differences that I noticed between this one and that one. Man, he's doing this. I don't know if there's a special like technique for that, like if there's like a name for it, but the that like he's doing something like that. I'm not trained like Dimash, but that thing he's doing with every little run is beautiful. it's really interesting. It adds so much texture and contrast to like each phrasing. It gets you hanging on each phrase. It's beautiful. I mean, what do you even say to this? That's so beautiful. I don't even want to stop it. But I mean, I just have to mention, man, the timing of these things. I think I mentioned in the first one, I was getting this undertone of jazz, and I'm still getting that, but then he brings in this electric guitar, and it's like rock overlaid on jazz, overlaid on like this Middle Eastern flair, all on top of a ballad, right? I couldn't remember the name of his style, and people told me it's neoclassical crossover, right? And this is taking that to the next level. This neoclassical crossover style is intense and beautiful, and man, so gorgeous. So I'm gonna go back a little bit and we'll finish this one out. But I could just sit here and like bathe in this. And I think everybody in the audience is doing exactly that.
Үлкен рахмет.
Well, that's just That's beautiful. Man, he can show off when he wants to, can't he? Man. Yeah, I don't know how to end that outside of just saying it's really incredible to see him perform. He is such a showman. He puts himself into these performances and is so talented. It really is a treat every time that I listen to this man. So yeah, I'm excited to get to the next one, and thank you guys for sticking around for the bonus footage of a lyric-free version that's just him showing off, really, having fun. And yeah, wonderful, beautiful. Well, we'll catch you on the next one. Click on something else, keep watching, and ciao.